Hello, hello everyone. As I get my papers ready here, I think we should move this box. That box is kind of in the way. You guys would rather see the barn picture anyways. You don't want to see an empty box. Welcome, welcome everyone. Danny Garola here, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. And boy, has it been a warm one today, especially for February, not even being over with yet. We hit almost 80 today. And they are saying tomorrow we are supposed to be 86 degrees. And then the following day, we're supposed to be, I think it said 85, and then back up to like 86 or 87. Ugh. That's crazy for being not even the end of February, or we are in the end of February, but I mean, crazy for not even March yet. We are still supposed to be in winter weather, and it is way too warm. And I'm very, very worried about what this is saying is going to come for our summer that is ahead of us. Fingers crossed that we have a great monsoon season this year, because we definitely need the rain since we haven't seen rain in quite some time. We did have a little bit, I think it was like a week and a half ago, we had some rain, but it was only here for like maybe 20 minutes. And it was just kind of a light little sprinkle. It wasn't anything to write home about. So we definitely need some rain. I know those of you guys who live more on the eastern side of the U.S. Have been dealing with some crazy wonky weather. Frida is actually in the Northwest, and she's dealing with rain right now. So, you know, everybody's getting rain but us, apparently. Or that snow. I have been seeing that people are getting crazy amounts of snow as well. Which, I mean, I would just take a dusting of snow. I mean, I'm not asking for much here. So, hello, Cheryl. Hello, Linda. Hello, Frida. And hello, Vicky. Welcome, you guys. Oh, see, Lake Michigan. Oh, man. Be stealing my heart. I would love to be in Michigan. Well, I guess I've never been there. I think it's like wishful thinking. But I'm sure I would probably love it, because from what I've seen in all pictures and all movies and TV documentaries that are filmed in Michigan, I'm just in love. So, and to be by water is always wonderful. Now, when we lived over in California many years ago, we live not that far away from like Oceanside and San Diego and stuff. And we used to go down to the, to the beach and play and that kind of stuff, make a day trip of it. But I wouldn't want to live like super close. Like you see those houses that are on like Mission Bay and all that kind of stuff. I couldn't live like that. Water is kind of a fear of mine. So yeah, I'm okay if I go out on a boat. But even going out and like wading in the ocean, that kind of freaks me up too. So yeah. What did Frida just say? Her granddaughter shared a video. The playground at her school was flooded. Oh, that's crazy. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Kimberly. Alrighty, so we have got a very cute set that I'm going to play with today. I'm making more of like a cute card as far as colors are concerned, just to show you the versatility of this set. It is more of a set that you would see. The sentiments are amazing in this set. This is called the Linked Together set. It also has a... If you buy the bundle, we have the Linked Together decorative masks that I'm going to be playing with today. There's 5 parts to the decorative masks, which is fantastic. I have not used all 5 steps yet. I haven't been able to coordinate colors in the way that I like it to be able to use all 5 of them, but you could use 2, 3, even one of them. I use just one on a lot of these cards. So I'm going to be sharing with you some great ways to use this set. It is in our mini catalog, the January through April mini catalog, if that's where, if you go to look for it. Actually, let me make sure I'm giving you the correct information, because now that I think about it, yep, it is. It's on page 48. So you can see it there, and I'll show you when I get you guys turned around. And so, yeah, we're going to be playing with that today. I also have a couple of cute St. Patrick's Day cards, best of luck cards, little green with my clovers that I've kind of come up with. I'm going to be showing those to you guys as well, just to give you guys a little bit of inspiration. So yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. Oh, I did want to share with you guys, I did get some news today because I was talking about it, I believe last week with you guys, about me going and seeing my doctor. Well, he actually called me today, and we have set it up where I will be going in and having a hysterectomy done. He does it the least invasive way. So the downtime is not going to be like crazy long. I have heard from other doctors that it could be up to like an 8-week healing process, and that would never work for me because I do have to care for my daughter, and lifting her 8 weeks is not going to be a feasible thing. So when we talked today, I asked him, I had a ton of questions written down to ask him, and he pretty much answered everything like spot on before I even had to ask it. He said, this is how it would go, this is what we do. And so I asked him what his wait time is, and he said that his wait time is about a month and a half now, as far as like surgeries that are pushed out. So he said that probably by the end of March, early April, that we will be on the schedule to go and have that done. So that will be quite fun. Okay, fun's not the word. I guess it would be quite, I need to have it done. So I can't talk myself out of not having it done, because I really have to get this iron under control. I really have been noticing some, you know, crazy things going on in my head, and I've had some, you know, even in the past, I've had some crazy weird like mind spell things, and so I definitely need to have it done and just move on from there. So that is the latest and the greatest news on that. Just if you were really caring or not. You probably didn't even care, but now you know. Maybe you did. So, let's see. Linda, she said she is on the west side of Lake Michigan. Beautiful. Yeah, we definitely want to take a trip towards the east, you know, maybe not necessarily East Coast, but we definitely want to take the RV. I know this year we're going to be making another trip up to Oregon. The 2 weeks didn't really seem like it was long enough. So we plan on taking like 3 weeks to maybe a month, going up there and spending. I think actually my son's going to go with us, and his friend's going to go with us as well. And so we'll just make it a whole family thing. And then we get to see everybody. And that will be wonderful, because then we won't be like rushing around trying to see everyone. It'll give us plenty of time to just kind of chill and let people come see us. We can go see them. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then hopefully the following year we can get more of a trip, because we want to kind of go up north from here. So we would go up through like Nevada, Idaho, Utah, that way, head up that way, and then head over across the like northern part of the country, and then go towards like Michigan and Wisconsin, where I've got a lot of my team leader lives in Wisconsin. I would love to go meet her in person. So yeah, all those kinds of things just sound amazing. I've really been watching videos on places to stop and kind of venture out. And then, of course, we would have to go to some of the cheese factories in Wisconsin because we love cheese. And everybody says that once you have cheese in Wisconsin, it's probably going to destroy your taste buds for cheese from anywhere else. But hey, that's okay. We'll take it. Oh, thank you, Linda, for caring. I just, like I've told you guys a million times, you're my people. So I have to share my life with you because I live very rural. I don't really have many people out here to talk to. So you're my peoples. Oh, speaking of my peoples, you people are amazing. So, woo, I hit 1,000 subscribers over the weekend. One of our followers on here, Miss, see, there goes my brain. Anna Ribadu, she texted me at like midnight on, I believe it was either Saturday night or Sunday night. And she's like, congratulations. And I told her, I go, did I really? Because I had checked it earlier in the day and I was 3 away from the 1,000 subscribers. And so she told me, she goes, yeah, you did it. And she said, she goes, I saw earlier that you only had 3 more people. And she goes, so I shared within the community of friends that she has. And so we hit the 1,000 subscribers. So that means I'm going to be doing my 1,000 YouTube subscriber giveaway. So let me show you. I do have this posted over on my blog already. So Pink Barn Stamper, that's where you can go over there and enter in the, there is a clickable link that says click here to, or I think it says enter here. And so that is where you will click that and you will just fill out a little form. It only has like 3 questions on there. And this giveaway is completely a free giveaway. There is no sponsors through YouTube or anything like that. But go over there, fill out the entry form, and I am leaving it up for 2 weeks. So I believe it will be the 10th of March is the last day that you can enter for the giveaway. This is going to be for the counting sheep and the sheep dies that coordinate with this. Super, super cute. I'm so excited. I've been hanging on to this because I knew I wanted to do this as my giveaway. Okay, so set that over there. And so all you have to do is fill out the entry form. It will send it to me. Then you wait until the 10th of March. And then the following day, I will go ahead and I do it on a platform that is called Wheel of Names. And it just does a random generation from all the names that have been submitted. And then on the entry form, all it asks is your name, obviously, so I know who it is that is entering. And either there's 3 different ways of how you can be contacted. And then the last question is, you need to give me the information of how you chose to be contacted. Because then I'm going to get a hold of you and I'm going to let you know who the winner is. I will contact that person and you will have to provide me your address. And this is for US only. I am not going to be shipping out of the country because shipping outside of the US is ridiculous. And I mean, I guess it's not ridiculous. It just is what it is. But this is a free giveaway, and so I'm only going to be shipping within the US. So just so you know, if you do enter and you are outside of the country and you know somebody here, you can do that. You're going to have to provide that address to me, though, so you know that. And then yeah, so go over there and enter. It's also in the description of this video. You can click on that. It'll say, I have a little alert, like emoji on there. And then it says you can click here to enter. It's going to take you to my blog. And that is where you can read the rules and all the things. Not like there's a whole heck of a lot of rules. All you have to do is do an entry and you have, you know, chances of winning this super cute stamp set and die bundle. So, all right, now you guys know, thank you so much. So there's so much that helps me once I hit 1,000 subscribers. Now I don't have to go into the platform, and as soon as we're done, it normally makes my video private. So a lot of the time people will reach out to me and be like, I can't see your video. Well, it's because I have to go in and I have to personally flip it to public. Even though I picked public, it doesn't let it stay that way if you're under 1,000 subscribers. And then there's just a lot of little other things that are included in that as well. So that's really huge that I have hit the 1,000 subscribers. And like I said, I couldn't have done it without all of you. So I love you all so much. Thank you so much for helping me out. Okay, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We are going to start this linked together. I'm going to talk to you about a few promotions that we have going on. Don't forget that our celebrations ends on the 28th. So that is this coming up Friday. So you just have a couple days left to place those orders and get your celebrations items. And don't forget also that we have the more to celebrate. So there's 11 more items included beyond the celebrations brochure. And I'll show that as soon as I get you guys flipped around. Okay, hold tight. I'm going to flip you guys around. Don't get sick. If you need to look away, I'll let you know. So I'm flipping you now. Okay, I think that looks good. Actually, I need to tip just a skosh. Hold tight. There we go. I think that'll work. So this is the last of the host codes that you're going to see from me. Stampin' Up is doing this whole big change of things. So coming up in a couple of weeks, I'll let you guys know the specific dates as soon as it kind of gets weeded out and we figure everything out. But I'm going to leave the February host code going through the middle of March. And then Stampin' Up is changing things where you guys will now, on every order $20 or more, you're going to actually start earning host rewards. So they're going to be doing away with that. Once you hit $150, then you get host rewards. That's going to be going away, and they're going to be doing it that every customer that once your order hits over $20, you're going to start reaping the benefits of rewards at that point. So that's going to be wonderful because everybody spends over $20. And so you're going to get rewards that you can spend on previous orders from there. Sorry, I had to open up my Poppy. I love these, the orange flavored ones. I get these big cases of this stuff at Costco, and it is my fave. And because it's so warm, I have to have something to drink. Okay, so just to let you know, it's still going to be the same when you place an order with me of $35 or more. You will still get the weekly kit. The only thing is right now through the middle of March, you need to keep using this host code. And then, like I said, this will be the last host code. So for now, keep using this host code until I take it away. Then you're going to get the kits beyond there without using the host code, because it's just a whole thing that they're changing. So just to let you guys know. Okay, so right now for the month of March, we have this beautiful Daisy Daydream paper pumpkin kit. This is looks like it's going to be honeycombs and flowers. I do know that since March is the paper pumpkin birthday, anniversary, whatever you want to call it, they do include a free stamp set in this. It says send sweet greetings with gorgeous cards featuring bees, honeycombs, and daisies. This is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes, specialty gold foil and pre-cut vellum accents, unique pre-cut paper pieces, and this kit comes with a beautiful box and a free additional stamp set. And don't forget, we've got the Spring is in the Air dies add-ons still available for this. So you can see right here that this fun little bee and honeycomb will coordinate with this one. I did just get last month's kit in the mail, so I will be doing my alternatives for this coming up here. So just to let you guys see, this one came with, now this is no longer available, but just to show you if you've never seen what a paper pumpkin kit is, it comes with a Stampin' Spot, which is your monthly ink pad that comes with that. You get a full stamp set, but like I said, the March kit is going to come with 2 stamp sets. And then it comes inside of its own little cellophane or sealed little bag here with your 3-page template of or leaflet that has your directions on how to put your stuff together. But everything's nice and organized for you. So that is what a paper pumpkin kit is. And now, right now, since we are in celebrations, it is the best time to buy your prepaid celebrations subscription. This way, if you buy a 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month prepaid subscription, you're going to earn yourself your celebrations items. And you can pick from the items here in the celebrations brochure or the more to celebrate. This has got 11 more items added to it. And I actually picked up a couple of these with my last order. So this fun brochure has so much to choose from in it. Wonderful, wonderful. You've got paper in there. You've got stamp sets in there. You've got dies in there. You've got the kits in there. So fun things to choose from. Don't let that like slip by you and be like, oh shoot, I was supposed to get my celebrations. Well, yep, you have until the 28th to get your celebrations items, and then they are gone. And while we are on the topic of celebrations time is always the most wonderful time to join Stampin' Up and join my team. Right now we've got a 2-option join special going on, where with option number 1, you get your choice of 2 marker sets, which there's 4 to choose from. So you get to pick 2 from the 4 from the Stampin' Right markers. And they look like these. These are your markers. So they have dual tips on them, just like your just like our fun Stampin' Blends. But these are the Stampin' Right. You've got a fine tip in down here, which is for more of like a precision. If you've got intricate stamp sets or anything like that, that works wonderful on there. Or you have more of the paint tip. The one cool thing about these is these work wonderful, which your Stampin' Blends you cannot really do with it, but you can take this and you can color your stamp. Let me see if I can find. Well, I'll just use one of these words from the link, and let me just show you what you can do with this. Since we're on the topic of our where did my, oh, it's right here. Since we're on the topic of our Stampin' Right, so what you can do is you can take your ink pad or your stamp image, and you can use your markers, your Stampin' Right markers, and you can color that in, and then you can come in with a different color. We'll use Pretty Peacock, and then you can stamp 2 different colors with your one image. Now, that, I know a lot of people go, well, can you do that with your Stampin' Blends? You can, but since it's alcohol ink, it dries awfully quick and you're not going to get as good of an image. Like, let me show you. Let me grab Peacock and let me grab, what was my other one? Berry Burst, I believe. And then I'm just going to show you the difference here really quick since. So if I take that, and stamp it. See, it doesn't, it dries too fast. Some people say you can huff on it and then try to stamp it, but it's still, it just dries too fast. You can't really color your stamps with your Stampin' Right pens. So that's where your Stampin' Blends pens. But your Stampin' Right pens, you can absolutely color these in and it works fabulously. And now I probably have really done it on that. See, because it's alcohol, so it kind of stains your stamp. It didn't ruin my stamp and it didn't hurt my stamp at all because it's already kind of just soaked in there. But I just wanted to show you guys the difference of what you do with your Stampin' Right. And because they're water-based, there's quite a bit that you can do with these. You can actually take one of your aqua painter or water painters and you could go to the tip of that and then you can water paint with them. So they're a wonderful, wonderful pack of pens, and Stampin' Up is going to be allowing you to choose 2 of those. So we have our brights, neutrals, regals, and subtles from you to choose from. And then you're going to get this beautiful stamp set that's exclusively designed to work with your pens. So you've got a flower here, and you've got like a succulent that you can choose to color. So there's that. Plus you get to pick $125 worth of products from any of our catalog items. Why do I look so crooked? Okay, there we go. From any of our catalogs that we have in publication right now, any of the online exclusives that you can see, even our last chance products you can choose from to add to your kit, as long as you don't go over $125. So there's that. And you're going to pay $99. That's what you're going to pay. You're also going to get a free paper pumpkin in there. So that's awesome. You're going to get all these catalogs in there so you can share with your family and friends. Or if you want to choose option number 2, which is still $99, instead of picking your Stampin' Right markers or getting the stamp pad, you're going to, I'm sorry guys, I hate to tweak with you guys again, but this thing is really flopping here. You're going to get to add $30 to that $125 worth of product that you get to pick. So now you get to pick $155 worth of product to add to your kit. So that's anything that is live on the Stampin' Up website. If you would like to learn more about this, you can contact me, or if you know you already want to sign up and you want to join my fabulous team, all you have to do is go to shopdannygarola.com, go over to that join button, and it will walk you through exactly how to join there. And yeah, there will be so many wonderful things you'll be receiving after that. So let me know. Like I said, that also lasts through the 28th. So yeah. All right, let me show you guys a couple of the cute little cards that I've been working on as far as the St. Patrick's Day. So we have a set that is inside of that Celebrations. It is called the Seasons. Oh, there it is. It is called the Pick a Season stamp set, and it's got these really cute little shamrocks up here. So I stamped those on the outside, and then I took the heart from the last paper pumpkin, and I stamped the heart 3 times, just moving it around in Granny Apple Green. And then I took the Best of Luck stamp set from, I think it's called a bound something stamp set. And so there's that one. And then over here, I took that same tree. Now, the cool thing about this Pick a Season stamp set is you can place, there's shamrocks or 4-leaf clovers, whatever you want to call them. There are hearts, there's flowers, there's eggs that you can place in these little opened areas that you can make your tree be whatever season you want or whatever holiday you want, because that's kind of the whole premise of this is pick a season. You're picking what season you want to make your tree coordinate with. So I went ahead and did the St. Patrick's Day and added the shamrocks, four-leaf clovers to my tree, and then really stuck with that whole green theme for that. So just to let you guys see that, if you have any St. Patrick's Day cards that you need to send out, maybe that will kind of help you have some ideas on some cards to make. I gotta get my hair up. I'm sweating to death. Not that you guys needed to know that, but it is very, very hot in here. So what are we at right now? We are at, let's see. We are, what are we at? We are at 73 degrees right now. Oh, yuck. Still hot. I know 73 would be wonderful for a lot of you, but it's very warm and stuffy in this barn, even though I have all the windows open. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I'm glad that you like my cards. And welcome, Marcia. This is your first time in here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Melanie. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get down to business and get down with these cards. So again, like I said, when you place an order of $35 or more with me and you use my current host code, you are going to get the weekly card kit in the mail. So it's going to look like this. You're going to get this. It's going to have all 3 of your envelopes with your 3 different cards that I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight. It does not have the stamp set in there or the dies. You are going to have to purchase these. So I am using the linked together bundle. So when you buy this as a bundle, remember you do save 10% when you buy it as the bundle. So we're going to be playing with that. And let me show you some of the sentiments in this. Wishing you just a note, a happy day, the best, a lifetime of love. Oh, so happy for you and enjoy. So really, really cool sentiments in this. And I like the more of the scripty words down here, but then you have kind of your basic writing here. I really like when they give you different fonts. I think that really kind of just does something when you add 2 different fonts together. Why is my cursor not moving here? Oh, there we go. All right. I think it's really cool when they do that. And then with your dies, with this die set, you're going to get kind of this little lattice. It looks like a little lattice piece that you could do with your little floral images here. Then there is a diamond die, and then you have an oval for a lot of those sentiments. And I'm going to be playing with a lot of these elements so I can show you kind of how I'm using them. And then you may be watching and be like, oh, well, I would do this. And that's exactly why I share this with you, is so you can see how some of these pieces work. And then you come up with ideas, and then it makes you want this set even more, because that's how it works. Then we've got the mask, the decorative masks here, which, like I said, there's 5 of them. The really cool thing with these is they are numbered. Not sure if you can see that. There is a 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all numbered. But say you go to lay this down and you're using it, and I would highly suggest that you use it on something that you can mark on. You could take your pen and then mark that little notch there. And then when you go to use your next one, you'll already know, because you'll have your notch there that you just line it up on there. Then you can go into number 2, and then so on and so forth through number 5, if that's what you choose to do. Now, like I said, I did not use all 5 of these on one card. I used, I think 2 was the max that I used. So you guys can come up with very, very many creative ideas. So you will get all the papers to create those cards. You will not get any of those die images, because again, it's meant for you to buy this set, or if you already have this set. If there is any which I don't think I used anything. Surprise, surprise, I didn't use stylish shapes. I know you guys are like, what? Just for those of you who don't know, I am in love with the stylish shapes dies, and I pretty much use those on every video, but I'm here to tell you I did not use those this time. So if there was any kind of die or anything that I used beyond this set, I would typically put it inside of your kit for you. So because I don't expect you to have it all. But the featured set that I'm showing is the one that you would have to create these cards as I'm showing you. All right. And same with like ink or and embellishments. I don't send embellishments, but if I did add any kind of ribbon, I will add ribbon to your card pack because that's easy enough to ship. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with card number 1. And the way I did card number 1 is I grabbed my color coach wheel here. And I was kind of just turning this and trying to figure out what I wanted as far as colors. So then I went down to, I was kind of looking at the different like complementary and how they go back and forth, but I knew that I needed 3 colors. So that's when I decided to use the triadic colors here. And so I am going to be using, we're going to hold it like that. I'm going to be using Coastal Cabana, Berry Burst, and Daffodil Delight. So all 3 of those are within that triadic little part of the color wheel. So that is what I've chosen here. So let's go ahead and get all the pieces out that we need. We've got scraps. And I am using this base is Berry Burst. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We are going to come in here and score this at 4.25. Oh, I forgot to show you guys in the catalog. So there is our card. That is going to go portrait style. Here is some more samples in the catalog using the Link Together bundle. So the reason why I always say you guys need to have a hard copy of your catalogs. If you don't have a catalog, on every one of my blog posts, if you scroll towards the bottom, in like the card form, then you can, there's a request form at the bottom. Now, if you do go to that giveaway, I don't have it added to that because that's strictly just for the giveaway. But on most of the other blog posts, you're going to find the catalog request form. Then I can put some catalogs in the mail and send them to you. But this has got some great inspiration in here. Here's 3 cards right here that you could look at and go ahead and case these cards. Beautiful cards. But then they lay this out over here and show you each one individually of the decorative masks. Here's what your dies are going to look like. And then here's your sentiment from your stamps. So very, very nice spreadsheet that they give you to show you the Link Together bundle. All right. So here's our card base. What we're going to need next is I have my crushed curry and then my Coastal Cabana. Now, where is my ruler? Oh, shoot. I think my son took my ruler inside of the house. What a turd bucket. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. Actually, I'm going to grab this because we're going to be using this anyways, because I'm going to be doing the masking. And let's make sure that I put this where that light is not going to be shining back in your guys' eyes. So this is 3 3/4 by 5, and this is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is 3, or wait a minute, which way do I have this going? You know, that's right. So this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, so it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller. And that is going to go right on our card like so. But before we put that together, we are going to, this light is still, hold on you guys. Let me move this light back a little bit so it's not glaring right off of there. And then I think my ceiling light is going to be, is that bugging you guys too much? Or is that doable? That's why I haven't really brought my glass mat out lately, because of the fact that the glare from my lights. But we're going to go with it, and hopefully it doesn't drive anybody crazy. So using my Coastal Cabana, I am going to grab that mask. I'm going to be using the one that is number 5. Now I have some of this tape here. It's like not transfer tape, but it's low tack tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my tape, my mask right over the top of my paper. And I'm going to take some of this low tack tape, and I try to get it as straight as possible. And I'm not going to measure anything out or do anything like that. It'll work however I have it. Then I'm going to grab my blending brush, and I'm going to use tone on tone. So I'm going to grab my Coastal Cabana, grab some of that ink. Holding this down, I am going to just brush this right over the top. Now I did bring a little bowl of water out here so I can clean, because I don't have a sink out here in the barn, because I'm going to need this mask for another project as well. And it doesn't pertain to Coastal Cabana, so we're going to have to wipe this down. Okay, just like that. And I can pull this up and not move anything, so that I can see, I want that a little bit darker, so that I can just lay this right back down where it was, still in place. Come back in, get a little bit more ink, because I want this darker. And then go right back over it again. Okay, I'm going to pull that up. Oh, much better. So there we go. That's got a much darker imprint on there. See how pretty that is? And even though it's Coastal Cabana paper with Coastal Cabana ink, it really gives you that dark, nice blending colors together. It's just gorgeous. All right, I'm going to set this aside so I don't get it touching anything else, because that ink will transfer. Now this is going to go right on top of our Daffodil Delight. So I am going to adhere that down. I'm trying to cover that light so it's not beaming right on you guys' eyes. Okay, this is going to go on our crushed or Daffodil Delight layer. And you guys will find all the dimensions tomorrow over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com, with some still photos along with the replay of this video. Okay, this is then going to go on top of that. Look how bright and cheerful that is. Like, that would brighten anybody's day, right? Okay, then the next piece that we're going to need is we are going to need a scrap of our, now this is a huge scrap, but it's just what I had sitting here. This is our Daffodil Delight. We are going to need to grab our dies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to die cut that right out of there. So So let me get that done really quick. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that next. Okay, there is our little triangles there. And then we're also going to need a piece of the berry burst, and we're going to do it as well. Now, yes, I could have cut these both at the same time. I would have just had to pass through twice, and I probably should have, but I didn't. So we're going to do this again. Okay, we're gonna need our paper trimmer now. So for the berry burst, we're going to take this and we're gonna put both of, okay, so we've got our long part of our diamond and then the shorter sides. We're gonna take the short sides, line it up in our cutting track, and we are going to move our scoring blade, and then there are both of our sides for that. Let's move that up there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take both of our berry bursts. We are going to adhere those just like that. Okay. It's almost time to get a new glue bottle. So just watching my sides over here, I'm going to line those up and get it right on the edge of that Coastal Cabana. I'm not covering the part of the Daffodil Delight. That is still very visible. I'm just lining it up right to the Coastal Cabana. Okay, like so. Oh, I'm glad you like these colors. I know, they're just so vibrant and kind of just like, hello, I'm here. Then we need a couple pieces of our basic white. Now with this is going to go right on the front of this. I am going to go ahead and adhere this right to my card base. And this is going to get popped up. So that's where we're going to get some dimension going on here. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set that aside. What we're going to do on this is we are going to take our oval die and we're going to cut the oval out of this white. So let me do that really quick. So this is that card that I was saying that is more on like the fun side. It's not like you could give this to a kid and the colors are great for that. And then because our next two cards are more kind of adultish, I guess you would say. Not that they have to be. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to grab... I think I want to do, I think I'm going to do this one actually, because I want more color on that. So I'm going to take my little white strip. Now you can do a full sheet of this just to go ahead and get the colors that you want. And then have it already available to use when you need it. I'm going to go right over the top of that. And you'll see why here in just a second. And it doesn't need to be straight. It can be crooked in there. You can have it sitting like that if you want to. It doesn't really matter. I am going to grab my Daffodil Delight ink and my Berry Burst. Both of these, okay? Then I'm going to grab a brush for my yellow. I'm going to do the yellow first so I don't bleed any of the Berry Burst into that. Then holding this down, I'm just going to kind of come in here and just add some of this color, just kind of sporadic, I guess you might say. Well, I guess it helps if I hold it in place. Hold it with this hand. Come in here, just add some of this yellow around. Leaving some little white spaces in there because that's where we're going to do our next color of the Berry Burst. So grabbing just a little small part of that Berry Burst, I'm going to come in here and again holding this. And you can blend these colors together. They actually look kind of good blended. Just kind of come around here. And then now that I know that I'm not going back in with that yellow, I am going to come in here and I am going to now really blend that yellow in there. Just like so. Now, this is going to need to be washed the next time I go to use it, and that's fine. All of our blending brushes are washable. Okay, there we go. We're going to pull that off of there. Look how pretty that is. Is that not just stunning? And it is a mess. Don't get me wrong. Let me grab, I've got my handy dandy Lysol wipes here. Because the next piece that I put down, I really don't want it to be those colors. So we're just going to do that. And now what I'm going to do with this piece here is I'm going to grab, there is the little string of the strip of 4 flowers. Now what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to die cut all 4 of those. Okay, I'm going to grab my take your pick tool and I am going to pop these little flowers out of here now. Okay. Now, this you can either toss or you can put on something else if you choose, but now you've got these really colorful, fun little design, little flowers here. Okay, so now I should probably use that Lysol wipe on my fingers to try to get some of that color off. These are messy projects, so be prepared. All right, now I am going to grab my little oval here and my Coastal Cabana, which is sitting right here. And we are going to stamp our sentiment. And I'm going to do, "Oh, happy day." Now, this does say "a happy day," but we're going to not use the A from happy day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this on a block like so. And then our little, on a little block. All right, and I'm going to take the happy day and keeping the A away from my ink, I'm just going to ink this up. Or you could always take a piece of your like low tack tape or a Post-it note or whatever, and you could put that on there and do it. But because it's only an A, I can avoid getting it in the ink. And because it's kind of far away from that H, you really don't have a problem not inking it up. So I'm going to go like that, bring this down here, and I'm going to do Happy Day right across kind of the center, just like so. Give that a second to marinate into that paper. Pull that off. Then we're going to do O. And we're going to do that right in the center above. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. Hello, Vicky. Better late than never, huh? That's okay. All right, so there is our sentiment. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this oval here and I'm going to adhere it right in the center of my diamond. After I get my glue boogers off of there. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna grab some of my, no, that's not it. I need some of the mini, oh my Lord. Come on now. Maybe, geez, grab every one but. And I'm going to put a couple of these on here. So just flip some of these over. Now I know that daffodil kind of turned orange with that pink, but I think it still looks really good on here. If you don't want to do the berry burst, you could do a lighter pink, I suppose. I don't know how well it would look, but I'm going to take this and we're going to put a flower there. Take another flower, put it right up here. And then we're going to take the last one and put it right down here. Okay. And this is going to get popped up on here with some large dimensionals. Okay, and then that is going to get lined up right in the center of our cut pieces of that diamond. That's going to go like that. Then I am bringing in the itty bitty bokeh mix. This is so fun. And because I put, these have a hole in the center of these flowers. So when you put your small little dimensional in there, you have now an adhesive center of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little, they look like, I don't know if you can see inside of here, maybe. Some of these have like these neat little kind of ridges. This one right here has it. I'm going to use those. Here's another one right here where you can see that they have kind of a neat little decoration around the outside of them. I really think those are cute. And once you place them on this card, it really, because it's iridescent, it really pops those colors out of the paper. And it already adheres because these are not sticky, but because you've got that center in there that's adhesive, these work great. Oops, if I can stick it in there. There we go. And then voila, let's do the inside of our card because we have to make our inside pretty too. So let me grab an inside piece here. I'm going to use an inside piece that is, oops, get these out of here. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, actually, I'm going to go kind of sideways with this. I'm going to grab my mask and whatever is left, whatever ink is left on this brush here, and I'm just going to go over the bottom corner here. So it may be light and it may be dark. Isn't that cool? I think I'm going to actually do it up here in this corner too, because we've got both sides. I think it might look neat on the top and the bottom here. And why not? If you've got the ink already on your brush, use it. Okay, there's that. All right, so let me grab this again, clean that off. So there is our inside. And then I think we can add a, let's see our sentiments here. We say, oh, happy day. I think we might put enjoy. Yeah, let's do enjoy. And I think this time I'm going to stamp that in Berry Burst. Now it's fun because of these masks. You can really do some pretty ombre colors if you want. You could start with like a darker, like maybe Summer Splash, and then go into kind of a, or maybe Pool Party, or even go Coastal Cabana, then Pool Party, and make it look like an ombre effect. That's really cool to do. I've seen a lot of people do that. You can do rainbows. There's a lot you can do with these masks. So I'm going to do enjoy right there. Okay, just like so. I am going to clean this off because I made a hot mess with that. I got it all over the block and everything. You'd act like I never stamped before. Alrighty. And then this is going to go inside of our card base. Just like so. All right. And there, oops, I lost my little sequence. So see how those sequins grab the different colors from your paper, but very kind of a neat card, the way that your different colors and your shapes all kind of come together. I think it's kind of a neat design to see it like that. So there's that card. You could do that in so many different colors. Here's the other one that I made. I did this one in a little bit lighter colors, but I really kind of wanted a little bit darker and vibrant. So over here, I used the Melon Mambo with Lemon Lolly and the Coastal Cabana. And then I did the lighter colors of Melon Mambo with the Lemon Lolly on those. So you can really see kind of a difference in the two contrasts of these cards. But I just think it is such a pretty and neat card that you can give this to a young teen. You know, your audience is pretty wide with a card like this. So just card number 1, so you guys can see the difference between the two that I've created. All right, let's move these out of the way so I don't get my cards goopied up. All right, let's grab the stuff for card number 2. Kind of situate myself just a bit. Okay, card number 2. Love these colors. This one's on the purple hues. So this one we're using Fresh Freesia as our card base. This is going to be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now this one is going to be landscape style. Okay, like so. Then we have a piece of Gorgeous Grape. Gorgeous Grape is going to be our 3 3/4 by 5, and then this is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so this is going to be 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. This is going to get layered on top of there. But before we do that, we're going to do some of our masking, and then we need some scraps of our Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and then some white. So I'm going to set that aside for the moment. We're going to go ahead and do this, but I need to clean off this mask. So I think, instead of having to deal with water, I think I'm just going to use my Lysol wipe here. I might have to go run over there and let me give it a good rinse really quick, and then I'll be right back. And then I need to dry it so we don't get any water on there. Perfect. Okay, there's that. And we also need, I'm going to use the number 2. So we're going to use number 2 and number 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use number 2. And I'm going to lay that down right over the top of that. We're going to grab some of our low-tack tape here. All right, and I'm going to use Fresh Freesia, if my words will come out of my mouth correctly. So let's grab Fresh Freesia, and we're going to need some of our Gorgeous Grape. So Fresh Freesia is first. So I'm going to grab my little purple one here. We're going to grab that, put some ink on there, hold this down. Again, you're going to get inky fingers. Ooh, this was blue. That's not going to work. No wonder why that looked funky. I was like, ugh, that is not Fresh Freesia. Okay, so let's just, we've got 2 sides to every paper. Oh, geez. They must be, which way were they going? Were they coming towards me, or were they going towards California? Melanie. We've been having lots of planes go by, and then I just watched on the news a little bit ago that they're going to be doing an air show here at the David Motham's airfield or military base. So not sure if they're getting ready to do that, and they're bringing in a couple of helicopters. Okay, and I think that still had a little bit of Gorgeous Grape in there, but that's okay because that's really what I want, is that purpley look to that. Now, we're going to close up the Fresh Freesia, and we're going to go in with Gorgeous Grape now. Now, the way that I'm lining this up, I guess I should probably go the way that I was just holding it so I don't confuse you. And no, I did not mark anything. Now, there's two different ways of doing this. So you could either use on here, you've got these bigger bursts of these like little star bursts, and then you've got the little tiny little 5 bursts. So you can do it either opposite, or you can go along with kind of the theme. You can use the big ones on the bigger little check marks and the little ones in the little boxes, or you can shift this a little bit and do the little ones in the big box and then the big ones over the small. I am going to keep the big on big, little on little, just like so. Where did I put my other piece of tape? Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to come in with Gorgeous Grape, and I'm going to grab this one. Oh, nope, that's the blue. I'm going to stay with this one since we're doing the purples. So grabbing some of that Gorgeous Grape. Now, this is going to be much darker. Okay, we're going to go with the thumb. And see, you get pretty inked up here. But that's the whole part of playing with ink, is getting all messy. All right, let's pull this off of here. And look at that, over the top of that lighter purple. Is that not just the most stunning thing you've ever seen? And all I did was use 2 different colors. So you get a really cool effect by using these masks. And there's still 3 other masks that I didn't use. So you can imagine just continuously going with these colors. Very, very neat. Okay, so with this, we are going to now we're going to grab our little diamond, and we are going to cut the diamond shape right out of the center of this piece. Now, the way I feel, it's not going to line up with your little, what do you want to call these? With your masked designs. So you kind of have to watch, because it will kind of screw with your eyes and make you think that it's crooked. But I just kind of stay with the center row with these 2, and same with this center row with these 2 points, if that makes any sense. So let me cut this out. So I have to take my mom in to have x-rays done tomorrow. She fell the other day, and you guys all know, like, when she had her hip replacement. I think you guys, most of you were around then. So I'm not sure, because she fell on that same hip that she had replaced. We're not sure if she kind of like jarred it or maybe bumped something, but she hasn't been in extreme pain with that, where she fell. So we need to get her in and get some x-rays done. Knock on wood. Hopefully nothing, and maybe she's just bruised. We gotta hope. Okay, so now on the back side of this, I'm going to pop this up. So I'm just gonna come in here and grab my dimensionals. Now I'm going to be using the large dimensionals, what's left of them here, and my small dimensionals right here. So the way I do this is I put my small dimensionals up by this top part here. I do one on each side because I don't want that sagging. And because it's pretty thin there, I can't put a big one. And then I can take the bigger and put here in the corners. Like so. And then I do the same thing on here. I come in here with a small one. And then let's do one more in the center of our sides with the small. Okay, that should be enough. Some might think that is total overkill. But we don't want any sagging since this is going to be kind of our top layer. Okay. So now we're going to take this and we're going to lay this with our dimensionals. Okay, I have a dimensional that is having a problem here. I don't want to see my dimensional, so we need to make sure we get that out of the way because we don't want it seen. And I didn't get this on there all that straight. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better because we just want a little bit of that purple showing there. All right, then we are going to set that aside because that will go on top of that. Then with our piece of fresh freesia, we're going to take, you've got these two little greenery pieces here. We're going to take the long one, and then we are going to take this flower bit and we are going to do it on our white and our purple. And so we need 3 flowers of each. So we're going to have to run it through twice. So let's do this one and then we'll do the white. And I'm going to actually set the white on top of my purple piece and I'm going to run those both through at the same time to save time. I will just have to make sure that I run it through my machine twice. So let me show you guys. So I run it through once and then I run it through one more time to make sure I get a nice good cut with that. So there's my little floral piece. I'm going to set that there. And like I said, I need 3 of these flowers. So I need to cut this again. So I'm going to take my little purple ones out. And my white ones are stuck inside of here. So with my take your pick tool, there's these little holes right here. Whoops, oh, there he is. I'm going to set that right there. And then my next one, need to pop that out. Okay, then again, I'm going to lay this on top of each other. Grab our little flowers, place that on there, and it's going to cut both of them at the same time. Because otherwise I'd be cutting 4 times on each paper. But I just make sure, because it does have 2 thicknesses to do, that I run it through a couple of times to make sure I get a good cut. Okay, now this one we're not really going to need, but we're going to take it out of here anyways. Maybe. It does not want to come out. So I'm going to set that one over there. And then So see, when you cut your white one, it'll keep the little white center. I just poke those out. Unless you like that little white center on there. And so there is my third one. And then again, that will get set over there. Let's get these out of the way. Let's get some of these out too. Our little backings, or you're gonna find them in your bra, in your panties, and you'll find them everywhere. Okay. Where am I? Okay, we don't need that flower either. So let's, oh, this is what I was looking for. I was gonna say, I know I cut something else. So again, we've got these little holes that when your paper gets stuck in there and it just doesn't want to come out, you've got these little release holes. So you need to have something sharp with a little pointy end on it. Take your pick tool, works wonderful, works wonders for that. So there is our little greenery piece. Oops, I didn't get this center out either. Okay, so we don't need the centers in these. And this one's got one too, because we're gonna put some pretties on these. Okay, so now got our flowers. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to put a little spot of glue just around the edges here of that circle. And then I'm going to grab my, take your pick tool, grab the white one, and then I'm just going to offset the petals. There's one. There's two. Hello, Laura. Welcome. Yeah, purples are amazing. And I love the three purples that we have. They go so well together. We've got our Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, and the Gorgeous Grape. And they are so pretty together. And they work really well, like when you're blending and doing stuff like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn that just like so. And purple seems like such a soothing color. And since my daughter has Rett syndrome, the national Rett syndrome color is purple. So we totally get down on purple in my home. We wear a lot of purple. Okay, so there's that. And then on this piece here, I am going to take my oval and cut that. We need another white oval. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. Like that. All right. Then on our oval, we are going to take our sentiments, wishing you, and turn this on the slant. Okay, wishing you, and then we're going to use the best. Okay, so we're going to use our Fresh Freesia first with our wishing you. Now, just to let you know, when you use your brushes in here, you are going to, the more you pull that ink out with those brushes, you will have to re-ink these more often because you are taking quite a bit of ink out on those brushes. And this color is really kind of hard to see, so I can't really tell if I'm inking it up well. We'll find out when we get here. So we're going to do wishing you. This would actually make kind of a pretty wedding card now that I think of it. Okay, oh, worked perfect. And then now with our gorgeous grape, the best. Now I am gonna stamp this off once since I used those, just to make sure none of those colors transfer off there because of showing you guys the alcohol ink. I want to make sure that none of that comes off. Okay. Then we're going to do wishing you the best. My husband's nephew's getting married. This might be a fun wedding card for them. Because I think, if I can remember correctly, looking at their wedding invitation, I think it had purples. I know purple is kind of a popular wedding color. We're going to take this and we're going to put this right in the center. We're going to pop it up also. We're going to give it some dimension. Oh, actually right here. We'll use these up. Oops, sorry guys. Making sure everybody was awake. All right, this is going to go right in the center here. So you're really going to see that gorgeous grape kind of pop out behind that white. And then we are going to take our little fresh freesia piece here. We are just going to loop this, glue it like on there. And then I try to make sure that I can get a flower around that without having it cover my sentiment. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the bottom because we do have open space here that we don't need glue hanging out of. And then up towards the top here. So just like so. So I'm going to take it and go like that. Okay. And then with our flowers, we are going to take some of those little minis again, put right in the center of those on the back side. And then let me find those little pretties that I was going to use on this. Oh, right there. I see them. Now, these gems are called the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, and they're in beautiful purple colors, and they work really, really well on this. Or you could even come in here with those itty bitty bokehs, and you could put those on there too, because as you can see, these have some really pretty blues and purples and pinks in them that would really go well with this too. So if you don't want to purchase both, you could pick one of the other. All right, so now with this, I'm going to take this and put it right on there, because the ends of these are to have little flowers placed. Okay, like so. Now you've got the probably Highland Heather. That's probably what that is. Your gorgeous grape. And then you've got Berry Burst here. I'm going to actually come in with these lighter ones and use them. I'm going to use the small ones. And because that adhesive, now these are adhesive backed, but you still have the adhesive from your dimensional that pops through there. So you have double adhesion on these. So look how pretty that turns out. Gorgeous. So there is card number 2. Again, I love this design. You've got a lot to work with. And again, works perfectly with so many of our different colors. And then you have this piece here. So if you wanted to do this card in a different design, you could actually take this, cut it in half, and use it as these two pieces. Just kind of a thought. Now we need to do the inside. So on this one, I'm going to actually use a full size one. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go across the bottom just like so with the purple. Okay, take that away. And then I'm going to come in here with this one. We're going to line these up on that. And then I'm going to grab the dark. Grab some of that dark purple. Using that gorgeous grape. It's definitely time for this brush to get a good cleaning. It's got a couple different purples added in there. All right, now take this off of here. And then we've got our same design on the inside of our card. And since we put wishing you the best, it's easier to read it from here, a lifetime of love. I like that. And we're going to do gorgeous grape. Yes, definitely can see this as a wedding card. Give that a couple seconds to marinate into that paper, and then voila. All right, then we're going to put that in the inside of this card. And then you've got another beautiful paper hug. Just like so. So yes, these turn out beautiful with these purples. I really like the purples as well. So that is card number 2, wishing you the best. All right, now let's do card number 3. Card number 3. Card number 3, we're going to use Lost Lagoon, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is going to be a portrait style. We need a scrap of Lost Lagoon, a scrap of, what is that, copper clay, a scrap of petal pink, a scrap of white, and then we need a couple pieces of white. So this piece here is going to be on my card. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to be my background. And then we're going to use this bigger piece, which is 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. We're going to use this piece to cut out our lattice pieces. So we'll do that in just a minute. But on this piece here, what I want to do is I am going to grab my, where's it at? I need, there it is, my water painter. And I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. Now we're doing this first because it's going to take a minute for it to dry. So we need to definitely make sure that we get this done, and then it should sit here and dry as we're doing all of our die cutting and that kind of stuff. So let me get some of these stamps out of the way so I'm not losing my dies. So we're going to use Petal Pink and Lost Lagoon. I also have to grab a different tissue since that one has purple all over it. You definitely want a piece of paper towel sitting next to you for this. Now, I do recommend you using the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. I don't know where mine is. I can't find it. I have gone through everything here in the barn, and I have misplaced it somewhere. And I had just ordered some, so I have no clue where it's at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the thicker one, and I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of water on here just to kind of moisten this up. And I'm just going to do the top half first because I don't want it to dry. So then I'm going to come in here, and with my ink pad, I'm going to squish it, get some ink on the inside, and I'm going to grab some of that, get some of that water in there. Now I do want it pretty moist. And then I'm just going to drag that across with that Lost Lagoon. Okay, dry that off. I'm going to come in with Petal Pink. Again, I need to squish that. Get some more ink on there. Well, that didn't work. I guess I didn't squish it enough. All right, come in here with Petal Pink and then bring that across like so. And I want them to blend. Come back in here with Lost Lagoon now. And I don't want to stay on here for too long because it will do this little piling, and you don't want that to happen. That's why the Fluid 100 paper, the watercolor paper that we sell, would be much better for this, but I can't find mine. So we're going to go with regular. This is just regular basic white. You can probably use basic white thick, and not sure if it's going to do much of a difference, but we're going to make this work. Kind of want to see a little bit more of that pink on here. And once this dries, you don't really see that anyways. Okay, so there is that. So we've just done, you know, both colors coming down there. So now I'm going to give this a second to dry. You can blot it off with your paper towel. It's already pretty much blotted. It's not going to, that water's not going to come pouring off of there. But where did I put the lid to this? I don't know. We're going to set that over there. We'll find it. You can also come in with your heat tool. I would suggest holding it with something so you don't burn yourself because it does get hot. And you can just kind of rub it down with this. I guess not rub it, but I mean, kind of take this across here a couple of times. And it is going to curl, but that's okay because we're going to do some other things to it. So it will straighten up once we're done. Flip it over, try to get that curl back out of it. And that's just from the heat. Okay. Again, I'm going to let this sit. It's already pretty much dry, but we've got other things to do. So we're going to let this sit to the side and dry because we've got other things to do here. So let's bring in our cutter. So on that bigger piece of white, what we're going to do with this, we are going to use this lattice. This die that looks like lattice, I'm going to put it over here for the first time. Go through. Let that cut. Okay, then we're going to move this. Now, it's kind of like confetti. Once you pull this out, you're going to want to tap these little pieces here. Because you're going to have a little checkerboard laying around. And then here is your lattice. And then get out these extra little pieces. So then we're going to set that up here. And now on this other side over here, we're going to do it again. Ugh, everything has so much static. It's crazy because we are so dry down here. Static is just like a huge thing. Look at this. Staticky. Then again, you have all these little pieces. Okay. You're gonna have to poke the little holes, start this coming out of here. Okay, once you weed all that out of there, you're gonna put that over there. And then I'm just gonna pop these extra few out of here. And then we've got a mess. They're everywhere. And then I just take this whole piece and I just hold it over the garbage can and give it a good swoosh. And some pieces might try to hang on. Okay. Now on this little copper clay piece, I'm going to use my little piece of this oval, and I'm just going to kind of not go all the way to the center. So maybe we're looking at, I don't know, like a third of the oval. And then we're going to put that through. Like so. Okay, so then we're going to have this little piece, and you're going to keep that. So put that over there. Then you're going to need both pieces of your greenery. You're going to need that one and the smaller one, just like so. You're going to run that through. Oops. Get back on there. So we pretty much almost use every die just for this one card. So there's that. And there's that. And then get rid of those. Then what we need to do is I'm going to do that same thing again, just line both of these up. And I'm going to take my 4 flowers, place it on there. We're going to cut them both out at the same time. Now we need 2, 4, 6 of these flowers. So we need to do this a couple times. So all the petal pink ones, of course, stayed inside of my die. So there's all the petal pink. And here's all the white ones. And then we need to do it again because we need 6. Oh, come on. Okay, and then we can just poke out and see, and since I did the white on top of the pink, we have little white centers in there. If you want to keep those, you can. I'm going to put embellishments on there, so I don't necessarily need those. But I do need some of this pink left because we're going to do stuff with our pink. Let me get some of these little scraps out of the way so they don't get stuck to everything. Okay, now we can start. Yeah, now this is pretty much dry. So I just kind of smooth it back out, kind of get some of that curl out of that. Okay, we're going to take our 2 lattice pieces and I'm just going to add some adhesive around the edges and a little bit to the insides of these, just so we have a better connection so it stays flat. Do our sides. You could do this in your sticker sheets. I always say it after I already cut them and I don't think about it, and it drives me bananas because I have the sticker sheets, but I always forget to use them. So on here, you're just going to put this right to the edge, just like so, and it will lay down flat on there. Okay. And then we're going to grab the next one, do the same thing to it. Add some glue to these. Okay. And then we're going to flip that. Try to put my finger where there's no glue. And we're just going to bump that up right to the center here. And flatten that out. And it fits perfect. If you use a 4x5 1/4 piece, your lattice will fit all around the edges. See, there's no hangover. Both of those pieces will fit directly on there. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side of my desk and try to straighten that out a little bit better. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we need this, we need these. So then what we're going to do is we can go ahead and adhere this to our card base now. This is going to go right on the front. Okay, push that down. Make sure that sticks. take a drink. All right. Then we have our cute little, we're going to use this as a pot. But I'm going to go ahead and stick my greeneries down first. My little floral bits here. So I'm going to kind of keep it over towards the left-hand side. And then I'm going to match this bottom part up to this top part. And we are going to make this look like a longer kind of vine. So I just pick this up ever so slightly and just put that right underneath there, like that. You would never know that that wasn't one solid piece, right? Isn't that crazy? How it looks like it's just one solid vine. Trying to cover up that light spot there so it's not blinding you. We're going to do that. Then we're going to take our little pot here. And with our pot, we're going to grab a couple of dimensionals. And this copper clay reminded me of kind of like a terracotta. Do you guys remember when we used to have the color? Those of you guys who have been with Stampin' Up! For a while. Do you remember terracotta tile? This has kind of taken the place of terracotta tile for me. The copper clay has. So it just looks like a little terracotta pot there, I think. And then now we are going to have fun with these little flowers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to use the ones that have already got the little white spots taken out of them. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. We can leave them in. All right, so grabbing some of my white ones and my pink ones, kind of keep them separated here. I'm going to put glue again around that center. Grab my white, and I'm just going to, again, stagger those like so. And I'm doing the pink under the white. What do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more. Okay, there's that. All right, now what we're going to do with these, get rid of these flowers, move them over there. And so now we are going to take these and coming back in with my mini dimensionals. My mini dimensionals are really getting a workout with these cards. Ah, no. Okay, so now that they all have dimensionals on them, we are going to start placing these on here. So I'm going to place this one right up towards the top here. And this one on that. And you can see all these little end pieces that you know where they're going to go. So when I looked at this, it seemed very heavy on this side. So what I did, I just took another one and I just put it kind of right here in the center of these two on that side. It just seemed like it balanced it out a little bit more than having them all flop to that one side. And then I used some of the Pearls Basic Jewels. And I used the really small ones here. And because these are little pearls, they fit perfectly in the center of your flower. And these already have adhesive backs on them. So they stick right inside of there. So cute. Oops, I just lost a bunch of them. Okay. So then we add the little pearls. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little pink piece, and I need my copper clay ink. And I'm going to use the stamp that says just a note. In copper clay. Right across just like so. Then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut this out. And I want it pretty close to that edge there. Yep, perfect. And then I'm going to cut that end off and this end. Now, on your card, you can flag the ends of your little sentiment if you wish. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it alone. What I did want to grab, though, is I have, and I put it away for some crazy reason. Ouch. This is called the Natural Tones linen thread. Now, this can be found, I believe it's with the birds. What's that bird set called? Nests of Winter. It is with that set, and I'm gonna use, let me make sure this is still available. Now you will get it in your kits when you shop with me for your weekly kit, but if you're making these on your own, let me make sure that, where is it? Oh geez, oh gosh. I needed to make sure I was on the right thing. Let me, naturals. Okay. Yes, it is still available. Perfect. Okay. I figured it was, but I wasn't quite sure. Don't want to say something, then turn around and bite myself for saying the wrong thing. I mean, normally you guys correct me because you guys know. Okay, I'm going to tie a bow in this. All right, let's cut this off of here. Now I'm going to pull this just a little bit smaller. I don't want it so crazy big. Now this is going to go right on here like so. And then my sentiment's going to go right over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little glue dot and I'm just going to roll it up like a little taco, like so. And I'm going to place that right in that little square where I know that's going to go. And we're going to just push that down right in there. Now this one is just a little too crazy long for my likings. Then we're going to put our mini dimensionals on the back. Okay, and then that is going to go right like so. Right over the top of our, isn't that cute? I really think that bow adds so much more with that color, that copper clay, and then you've got the copper clay on your sentiment. I think that turns out so cute. Okay, let's do the inside of this card. So 4 by 5 1/4 on the inside. Now I cut another one of these little things earlier. I'm going to use that and I'm going to just put it right across like so. And get my glue to work here. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Trying to flood our project here. Okay, I think I'm going to put that right over here on this side. And then we've got extra little flowers over here. So this time we might want to put the pink on top of the white, or not, because you've got, let's see. I don't know if you'll really see them all that well if you have the white on top of it. Well, that might work okay. Or we can just do pink. No, I don't want just pink. So I'm going to do this with white over top, because then you can still see that. May have to cut one more little flowers, but okay, for now, I'm going to just add glue because we don't want any dimensionals on the inside, because then our card won't. You know what I'm going to actually do? I'm going to leave this one alone. I'm not going to put a flower on there because it technically doesn't have to have one. We're good like that. But you might want to see if you can pull that white out of there, especially since the pink one stayed. No, it's not going to. But if you pulled the white one out and you can see the pink one underneath it, that might be kind of cool. Unless I have little pink ones sitting here. There's little purple ones, but I think I threw all the little pink ones away. Of course I did. If you had the little pink insides, those would be cute. Let me see if I can find one. I don't want to take all day long just looking for little pink dots, but oh, here's one right here on the floor. Look, just so I can show you. Very, very itty bitty. Put some glue down inside of there. Then grab, whoops, what did I do here? Where did I put it? Oh gosh. Anyways, I had a little pink one. Now it's got to be stuck to something. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like with a pink. Let me see if I have some. Oh, look, there's one right here in the garbage can. Sitting here waiting for me. Because I don't know where the other one went. Okay, look. Now let me get this on here. Like so and like so. Can you see it now? See how cute that is with the little pink one inside of it? Took me long enough just to get that. But I'll have to do that to the other one. I'll have to cut another one out. All right. Then this. Oh, there it is. Look, now I can do the other flower. I knew it had to be sitting around here pretty close. Okay. Right there you are. Trying to hide from me. Come here. There we go. There. Now we have centers of our... Oh, it's time to get rid of that. Now we have centers to our flowers that are pink. And that's cute because we can't put dimensionals in our little blings in the side because then it would keep our card from closing and that wouldn't be cute. So let me bring all three of these back in here so you can see them all and see how cute this set is, because then you're going to want it, because that's what always happens when you watch somebody's video and you're like, hi, I don't really like that set. I do it constantly. I'm like, okay, I need to stop watching other demonstrators because I buy too much. Do you catch yourselves doing that? Like, you'll look at a set and you'll be like, no, that's not my jam. I don't really like that set. I'm not going to buy that set. And then the next thing you know, you're sitting there watching somebody's video, and lo and behold, they use a set. And then you're like, oh, dang, I have to have that set now because they just made the cutest card ever. I know I can't be the only one who does that. So Melanie says that the Fresh Freesia one is the best. Absolutely. It is gorgeous. And of course, it's all those beautiful different colors of purples together that just really grab your heart. And like I said, it would make a gorgeous wedding card. The fun thing you could do is you can even add some Wink of Stella to these flowers before you were put them on there to even make it a little bit more blingy. So you can do a lot of things. You can even grab our, I was actually going to use that tonight, but I didn't. We have our embossing paste, but we do have the embossing paste that is, it's got the shimmer to it. I don't think I bought the shimmer one. I think I bought, and I keep mine in the plastic because it dries out if I don't. And I keep the, oh, this is a brand new one, because the other one I think did dry out, but yeah, no, this is just the paste. This isn't the glitter one. But you can add color to this. You can take your re-inkers and you could pull some of that paste out like that onto your glass mat. And you could take your little spatula, put a couple of drops of your re-inker in there, and then make it whatever color you want to. And you could do it on here. You could do it behind the stencil. Like rub your paste on your stencil, and then it just leaves like a little raised embossed look to your card. Like I said, I was gonna do that, but I figured it was gonna be extremely time consuming doing it, and I liked what I already had made. So there's that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I truly appreciate you all. Let's get a little bit straighter here. Like I said, spend $35 with me, use my host code, and you will get the papers that I have used here to create these 3 gorgeous cards. Okay, what did Vicky say? I like them all, but I agree with Melanie, Fresh Freesia. Well, it looks like this one is definitely the winner of the night. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. have a wonderful week. I don't think there's anything coming up besides the fact that I'm not sure if I'm going to do it as a live video or if I'm going to start doing Paper Pumpkin as, I'm just going to photo it and put it up. I've got a lot going on. We do have this coming up Friday. We do have cocktails and cards with my husband where he comes in and makes a card for you guys. So he will be live on Facebook on the 28th over on my business page, Pink Barn Stampers, or Pink Barn Stamper with Danny Garola. You'll find him there. I will go ahead and make a event page for that. So then you guys will know exactly where to find us. And then I don't think we have anything else going on this week until the following week. And then there's new stuff coming up because it's going to be a new month. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. I love you all. Be safe out there, and I will see you soon. All right, you guys, bye-bye.